Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. There's a strange kind of silence that surrounds the Los Angeles Dodgers these days. Not the silence of a team in crisis, far from it, but the kind of charged, buzzing quiet that fills the air just before a storm. You can feel on the field, in the dugout, and especially among the front office brass. The Dodgers, for all their star power and rich tradition, are staring down a crossroads. And somewhere in the middle of that uncertainty is Bobby Miller, a name that's quickly turning from promising prospect to potential trade chip. You wouldn't have guessed it just a few months ago. Bobby Miller was once penciled into the Dodgers' long-term plans, a young arm with electric stuff and mound presence well beyond his years. But baseball is rarely linear. It's not just about potential. It's about timing, health, fit, and sometimes the ruthlessness of numbers. And right now, Miller's place in this Dodgers puzzle is anything but secure. He began his 2025 campaign not with the big league club, but down in AAA. That decision raised eyebrows. He wasn't injured. He hadn't lost velocity. But he hadn't quite found that dominance either. The Dodgers, cautious as ever, decided to wait. Then the injuries began piling up. The pitching staff, once one of the deepest in baseball, suddenly looked like a hospital ward. 12 arms landed on the injured list. 12. That kind of attrition tests any organization, even one as well-stocked as Los Angeles. And it forced decision-makers to get creative, to look at every name on the depth chart and ask hard questions. Miller's name kept coming up. While fans debated the team's options, insiders like ESPN's David Schoenfield began to connect the dots. The Dodgers, he noted, aren't just facing a temporary depth issue. They're staring at a full-blown roster crunch. Because players on the 60-day IL don't count against the 40-man roster, the Dodgers technically have 47 players on their 40-man roster. It's the kind of math that doesn't add up in October when everyone comes off the IL and decisions need to be made. And Schoenfield pointed to Bobby Miller as a name that could be on the move. Not because he's failed, not because the team doesn't believe in him, but because baseball, in its own cruel logic, demands sacrifice. The logic goes like this. As stars like Clayton Kershaw inch closer to returning, someone has to make room. Kershaw, the heart and soul of this rotation for over a decade, is expected back soon. He just completed his first rehab start, tossing 3 innings and striking out 2. That's no small moment. When he's ready, a roster spot must be cleared. And if you're holding onto a talented but inconsistent pitcher in AAA who's struggled in his lone big league appearance this year, that player suddenly looks very movable. But let's not kid ourselves. This is about more than numbers. This is about opportunity. The Dodgers are built to win now. They always are. And right now, they've got real holes, center field and second base, to be precise. Tommy Edman has tried to patch both spots, moving back and forth between positions, but it's not sustainable. He's more natural on the dirt, and the team knows it. In center field, Andy Pages has been given the reins, but the early returns have been disappointing. His current line, .159/.274/.270, is well below expectations, and the OPS of .544 suggests a player pressing, searching for rhythm that just won't come. The front office has to make a call. Do they continue to wait, hoping Pages finds his bat? Or do they use one of their more promising trade pieces to go out and get someone who can contribute now? That's where Bobby Miller's name resurfaces. He's still young, still electric, still under team control, which means he has value, real value, the kind of value that can net a player who fills a hole in center field or stabilizes the middle infield. The question is, do the Dodgers want to part with that kind of arm? It's not an easy choice. Miller's raw stuff is tantalizing. Even after his rocky start this season, where he surrendered 6 earned runs on 8 hits in just 3 innings, there's no question about the ceiling. But he also took a terrifying shot to the head during spring training. A 106 miles per hour line drive caught him flush during the team's first Cactus League game. He recovered, but you don't just bounce back from something like that. There are physical scars. Mental ones, too. and the control issues that plague him in his lone start may not be entirely coincidental. Still, he's a Dodger. For now. And the organization is walking a fine line between preserving their future and maximizing their present. Because make no mistake, this season matters. The Dodgers have watched rival teams load up. They've seen the NL West get tougher. The Padres aren't going anywhere. The Diamondbacks are young and hungry. Even the Giants have shown flashes of life. There's no margin for error. And when you're chasing a pennant, sometimes tough calls must be made. Miller represents a kind of crossroads. Trade him now, and you might lose a future ace. Hold on to him, and you might be staring at the same offensive holes in October that haunt this team every postseason. It's a gamble. But then again, so is baseball. Every season, every trade, every pitch. The truth is, no one knows what the Dodgers will do. That's part of the drama. Maybe Miller stays and finds his rhythm. Maybe he's the spark that saves the rotation in August. Or maybe his name headlines a deal that lands the missing piece of a championship puzzle. What we do know is that he's no longer just another prospect waiting his turn. He's become something else, an asset, a question mark, a possibility. And that, more than anything, is what makes this moment so captivating. The Dodgers are at a fork in the road. The next few weeks will define the rest of their season, and possibly the shape of their future. Whether Bobby Miller is a part of that future is the kind of question that keeps fans up at night, refreshing Twitter, watching box scores, and waiting for the first rumor to become something more. Because with every rehab start Kershaw makes, with every game Andy Page struggles, with every extra inning loss that exposes the Dodgers' depth issues, the drumbeat gets louder. The trade deadline is coming, and with it, decisions must be made. Uncomfortable ones. Transformative ones. Keep your eyes on Bobby Miller, because the next time he takes the mound, it might be in a different uniform. And if that happens, we'll all look back at this moment, the injuries, the lineup gaps, the roster crunch, and realize this was the beginning of the end. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the start of something even bigger. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Mike Trout has officially signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and what a whirlwind it's been. For years, Trout was the face of the Los Angeles Angels, a generational talent stuck on a team that could never quite live up to his greatness. But now, everything has changed. The rumors that once seemed like pipe dreams have materialized into a shocking reality. Mike Trout is no longer just a legend of the game. He's now a Dodger. And the city of Los Angeles is buzzing like never before. When the news broke, it felt like the entire baseball world paused. Phones lit up, social media exploded, and fans from coast to coast stopped what they were doing to take in the headline. Mike Trout is headed to Chavez Ravine. The deal, long speculated but never truly believed, became official in dramatic fashion. Not only did Trout switch teams, but he did so within the very city he's called home for over a decade. It's not just a trade or a signing. It's a shift in the landscape of Major League Baseball. And for Dodgers fans, it's a dream come true. The Dodgers have long been known for their ability to lure big names. From Mookie Betts to Freddie Freeman, they've never shied away from making blockbuster moves. But this one feels different. Trout isn't just another star. He's a future Hall of Famer, a three-time MVP, a player whose name is spoken in the same breath as the all-time greats. And now, he's wearing Dodger blue. It almost doesn't seem real. But the images from his unveiling, with Trout smiling alongside team executives, holding up his new jersey, confirm it. The deal is done, and the Dodgers just got even more dangerous. What makes this even more special is how Trout arrived. Not in silence, not behind closed doors, but in celebration. The Dodgers rolled out the red carpet, literally, at a private but extravagant welcoming party in downtown Los Angeles. Team owners, current players, and a handful of Hollywood celebrities gathered to greet their newest superstar. Trout arrived to thunderous applause, camera flashes, and the roar of a fan base that's ready to win it all. It was more than a signing event. It was a coronation. Trout, typically quiet and reserved, looked energized, even emotional. For a player who's endured years of frustration with the Angels, this moment marked a turning point. No longer burdened by the pressure of carrying an entire franchise on his back, he now joins a roster stacked with elite talent, veteran leadership, and championship experience. In his first public statement, Trout didn't hold back. "This is where I want to win. This is where I want to make October memories. I waited a long time for this." And that's the crux of it. Trout's greatness has never been in question. But postseason opportunities? Those have been painfully rare. In more than a decade with the Angels, Trout made the playoffs just once, back in 2014, and was swiftly eliminated. For a player of his caliber, that lack of October baseball has been a stain on an otherwise immaculate resume. But now, with the Dodgers, that chapter could finally be rewritten. This isn't just about headlines or jersey sales. It's about legacy. The fit between Trout and the Dodgers feels almost poetic. A homegrown New Jersey kid who made his name on the West Coast, now landing on a team built to win, and win now. With Betts, Freeman, and a deep pitching rotation, the Dodgers were already contenders. But Trout adds a new dimension. He brings leadership, experience, and raw talent that few players in history can match. There's also the symbolic power of all. Trout choosing the Dodgers is a statement, not just about his goals, but about where the true power in baseball lies right now. Reactions have poured in from across the league. Former teammates wished him well. Angels fans, understandably heartbroken, expressed gratitude for the years of excellence he gave them. "We watched a legend every night," one fan posted. "Now he gets to chase the ring he deserves." Dodgers fans, on the other hand, have erupted in pure joy. Season ticket sales spiked within hours. Trout jerseys flew off shelves. And already, chants of MVP are being heard echoing through the streets of LA. Baseball insiders have called this the most impactful move in years. Not just because of who Trout is, but because of what he represents. In an era where loyalty is often questioned and stars frequently jump teams, Trout's decision to stay in LA but shift allegiances sends a powerful message. He's not chasing comfort. He's chasing greatness. And for the Dodgers, who fell short in recent seasons despite their powerhouse roster, Trout's arrival could be the missing piece. The deal itself, while still confidential in full detail, is said to be monumental. Sources close to the negotiation reveal that the Dodgers not only took on the remainder of Trout's massive contract, but also added performance incentives tied to postseason success. Trout reportedly waived his no-trade clause after meeting privately with team executives and being assured of the franchise's vision: build a dynasty, not just a winner. The conversation was short but decisive. Trout wanted to win. The Dodgers wanted to help him do it. As for the Angels, it's a moment of reckoning. The team now faces an uncertain future, losing not just their best player, but the very heart of their identity. It's a painful departure, one that signals the end of an era. But perhaps for both sides, it's the fresh start that was needed. For Trout, the weight has lifted. For the Dodgers, the fire has been reignited. And for baseball, a new storyline has emerged, one that's sure to dominate headlines for months to come. In the days ahead, Trout will begin workouts with his new teammates, donning the same colors once worn by legends like Jackie Robinson and Sandy Koufax. The expectations are immense. The pressure is real, but so is the excitement. Baseball fans, whether in LA or beyond, know they're witnessing something special. Trout in Dodger blue isn't just a change of uniform. It's the start of something much bigger. So buckle up, because the Dodgers just added a once-in-a-generation player to a team that was already one of the best in baseball. The NL West is on notice. The league is watching. And Mike Trout? He's finally got the stage he deserves. Let the new era begin. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.